What's happening, YouTube? Comically Flawed coming to you with another video. I hope everybody is having a wonderful holiday season. Hope everybody had a great Christmas, or if you celebrate Kwanzaa or Hanukkah or Festivus or whatever. I hope you had a really wonderful holiday season. Got to spend time with friends and family. Hopefully, get to eat a lot of good food. Maybe get some time off from work. But I hope everybody's having a good holidays. I wanted to shoot a contest video tonight. There are several awesome contests going on right now from some great YouTubers. A lot of guys who have reached 100 subs and are putting on contests and really being super generous and giving back to the community with some great prizes. And also, like I say, hosting these contests just to get everybody involved. So I'd really like to encourage everybody to go out and shoot or film some videos for some of these contests. It'd be nice to win, but if nothing else, shoot the video just to give these guys some support and say thank you for their channels and their time and the contests that they're doing. And give them a thumbs up and show them some love. So I'm gonna try to knock a couple of them out while I've got some time off from work. So anyway, this first one is for ADI Samurai's 100 subscriber show and tell contest. And ADI Samurai has been putting out some really great content. I'm not sure exactly how long he's been filming videos, but I know he's rocketed up pretty quick. I think he's at 160 something subs already. Like I say, really putting on some great content. So definitely, if you're not already subscribed to his channel, go subscribe to it. Check out his content. Give him a sub. Give him some likes. Give him some comments and let him know you appreciate what he's doing for the YouTube comic community. So anyway, this video is for his 100 sub contest, and the theme of it was a show and tell. I'm gonna try to keep an eye on my watch here so this doesn't get crazy long. A show and tell of some stuff that most of our channels are comic related or comic and toy pop culture related. But he thought it'd be pretty cool to show some stuff that meant something to you outside of comics or toys. Just kind of a way to maybe get to know a little bit more about some of the other members of the community. And then he went through and showed some really awesome stuff. A really sweet Alaskan ulu knife that he got on a trip up there. So some original artwork that he did. So anyway, definitely check out his channel, check out his stuff. But I wanted to shoot my video and show a couple of things outside of comics that meant something to me. It's not this particular Star Wars number 13. That only matters because I wanted something for you guys to look at while I run my mouth. And I did go see Rogue One last night on Christmas night, and it was pretty awesome. You kind of knew what to expect, given that most people had probably seen the movie before and after. But anyway, it was still pretty good. So the first thing I wanted to show is this. This is, hopefully it shows up okay. This is my Green Bay Packers stock certificate. So those of you who may not be familiar, the Green Bay Packers are the one publicly owned NFL franchise. Founded, I guess the original ownership was founded, I think the original stock sale was 1923. I guess they were established in 1919. But yeah, they are the one franchise that is not owned by a single owner. Now, in fairness, the original stock sale, I think there was 1,000 shares and for like $5 a piece. And they've had 5 stock sales over the course of the franchise. The biggest one was, I believe, in the 90s, and to raise some money for stadium projects. And that one, they did like 1,000-to-1 split of the shares, and increased the shares from like 1,900 to 1.9 million or something. But the reason they did it that way is so the original owners, shareholder owners, I guess, still retain majority ownership. But anyway, like I say, this is kind of a cool thing that they do to raise money for the team. They've had 5 stock sales over the course of their history. This is from the last one in 2012, I believe it was, to raise money for a stadium expansion and renovation. They added a bunch more seats, like 7,000 more seats, some new video boards, stuff like that. So anyway, both me and my dad are big-time Green Bay Packers fans. And when the cool thing about this stock certificate is when they announced that they were going to be doing this stock sale to raise money, they and I should mention these stock, they don't really get you much of anything. It's more just, a souvenir to say, hey, I'm part owner in the Packers. Cool piece to talk about. It doesn't pay dividends or you can't cash it out or anything like that. You do get an invitation to the shareholder meeting though in July every year if you wanted to make the trek up to Green Bay, Wisconsin and vote. So, but anyway, the cool thing about this stock certificate is the year they announced it, I thought, wow, that would be a really, really awesome present to get for my dad for Christmas. Well, apparently, he had the exact same idea. So Christmas comes and give this box to my dad to open up. He opens up his stock certificate. I open one of my presents, and inside is a stock certificate. So we both kind of had the same idea. So thought that was kind of funny. But it again, I'm really happy to have it. I apologize for the painter's tape. It has a certificate number on there, and it also had my address, or at least my old address. So I just needed to kind of cover that up. So yeah, that's the first thing I wanted to show off. The next thing is, let me just speed this up a little bit. Back in the day, I used to collect a lot of baseball cards and play a lot of baseball. So back in the day, you could take baseball cards, basketball cards, football cards, and mail them off to the stadiums, care of a particular player, and say, usually write a nice letter, say, hey, I'm a fan of yours or whatever. Would you mind signing this baseball card? And include a self-addressed stamped envelope. And, a lot of times you would actually get the card back signed. Now, I did have some instances where I didn't. Some instances where I didn't get the card at all. I actually had one instance where somebody kept the card and sent me a letter back saying I needed to send them like $8 for a signature, which I thought was pretty lame. But anyway, this is back before, signed memorabilia became crazy big business. So anyway, my dad, I won't go into detail, but I had a rough instance or year, and my favorite team was the Oakland A's, and my favorite player was Rickey Henderson, who played for them at the time. And so my dad wrote a letter to Tony La Russa, who was the coach of the Oakland Athletics, and wrote him a nice letter, sent him a baseball, and said, unbeknownst to me, and said, hey, my son's a big fan. If it'd be possible, could you get some of the guys to sign this baseball for him? So sure enough, not too long after that, package came back and with a letter from Tony La Russa saying, hey, got your ball, obviously, and I passed this down the dugout and got everybody to sign it. So here we have a signed baseball by the entire 1989 Oakland Athletics. It's pretty cool because they were a World Series team that year. But you got Tony La Russa right there. Let's see. Rickey Henderson, who, like I said, was my favorite player at the time. At one point in time, I had gone through all these signatures and kind of looked them all up and tried to figure out who was who. I believe that scribbledy mess right there is Mark McGwire. Let's see, and I think, where's it at? There's Tom Reynolds. Walt Weiss is on here somewhere. There's Bob Welch. Where's it at? Oh yeah, here we go. I'm pretty sure that chicken scratch right there is Jose Canseco. So anyway, but yeah, that's pretty cool and something I've hung on to all these years. I do keep it. I need to get a better way to present it. I don't really keep it out to try to keep the ink from fading, so it kind of stays in the box. but kind of held on to that all these years. And then the last thing I wanted to show is something I don't actually have in my possession, so I'm just going to have to show you guys a picture of it. But I know ADI mentioned that he collects pocket knives, or collects knives, and showed a really awesome kind of traditional Alaskan ulu. So I collect pocket knives, and nothing outrageous. But anyway, this knife right here that I'm showing a picture of is a Chris Reeves Sebenza, small Sebenza. And last year I wanted to get my dad a pocket knife for Christmas. And both of my folks are big fans of the show NCIS. I'm not sure if any of y'all are familiar with that. But the main character, one of the main characters on there, Leroy Jethro Gibbs, he has his list of rules for life, and they kind of, throughout the seasons and episodes, they've kind of, shared some of the rules at random here and there in different episodes. So anyway, rule number 9 happens to be always carry a knife, which is one I happen to agree with. So I decided to get my dad. I'm going to try to go in a little bit without shaking this all over the place. This particular knife has titanium scales on the side, so obviously they can be engraved. So I got this engraved with rule number 9, and then on the lock bar side, always carry a knife. So anyway, and then that was my dad's Christmas present last year. So yeah, that's something that's really special to me. It's kind of ironic that it's my favorite knife that I own. I don't really own it since it was given away as a gift, but it's definitely in a way, my favorite knife in my collection. So yeah, that's just a few things to share with everybody that mean a little something to me. I don't have tons and tons of sentimental stuff that I keep around, but that's definitely some stuff that I do have that's near and dear to my heart. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Everybody, definitely go subscribe and like ADI Samurai's channel. Do a video for his contest. Support him in that way and let him know that we appreciate what he's doing for the community. So that's it until next time. Hope everybody again is having a wonderful holiday, and I'll catch you soon. Peace.